Good afternoon, children. We are discussing about how do new laws come about, and many points we discuss. The parliament has an important role in making laws. There are many ways through which this takes place, and it's often different groups in society that raise the need for a particular law. Okay, so the parliament has important role for making laws, but there are many ways through which it take place, and it's often different groups in society that raise their voice for need of particular law. Okay, so that is why the parliament can easily they can understand um, about the situation of the people. So the people itself have to raise their voice for needs of this particular laws. Okay, so example we discussed, that is domestic violence Act 2005. Okay, Domestic Violence Act 2005. Domestic violence means refers to the injury or harm or a threat of injury or harm caused by an adult male, usually the husband against his wife. Injury may be caused by physically beating up the woman or by emotionally abusing her. All these things are the part of domestic violence. Before parliament passing these laws, women suffered lot of inside the home for the different reason. Maybe it can be uh, the reason, one of the main reason, dowry can be one reason, or other kinds of reasons are there. So the women suffered lot of from the men's, and they are physically beaten, women, and physically harassment is happened, and all these things in the concern that the women started to raise their voice against domestic violence, and um, they started public meetings, and through newspaper channels they started to say their suffers, and the situation of the women, and like that the parliament get an attention about the these woman situations, the bad situation of the woman, and like that the parliament passed in 2005. At last 2005 the parliament passed the domestic violence against domestic violence act was passed in 2005. Then, so just to see every procedure of these laws, the women's always raise their voice, and interest of the women's they are raised through channels and TV, and so that the parliament makes a good laws for the women. Okay, so like that the procedure and things going on. Okay, then above example shows that this domestic violence example shows that the role of citizen is a crucial in helping parliament frame different concerns that people might have into laws. From establishing the need for a new law to it being passed at every stage of the process, the voice of the citizen is a crucial element. So the every stage of the uh, law, that should be that it is very important that um, the voice of the citizens. Okay, then we can come to the unpopular and controversial laws. Unpopular and controversial laws. Sometimes a law can be constitutionally valid and hence legal, but it can continue to be unpopular and unacceptable to people because they feel that intention behind it's unfair and harmful. Okay, some laws passed by the parliament, maybe it is the people feel that this laws very harmful, and it is against us, and so the people is not accepting these kinds of laws. That laws known as unpopular laws. Okay, laws which are passed by the parliament by due procedure but are repressive and are opposed by a large section of a society are known as unpopular laws. Okay, so it is known as unpopular laws. The society, larger society, it is not supporting about these laws. Okay, then that is known as unpopular laws. Controversial laws are those which favor one section of the society against other. That is known as controversial laws. Okay, always some laws are supporting one section of society, and it is against other sections. So these laws was known is known as controversial laws. So unpopular and controversial. One is um, it is harmful, and it is very harmful to obey such kinds of laws. And another one is it is supporting one group, and it is making discrimination. Such kinds of laws were known as unpopular and controversial laws. For example, one example is given in your textbook. There is various municipal laws on the use of space within municipal limits often make hawking and street vending illegal. So municipal law saying that hawking and street vending is illegal. Okay, such laws make controversy and problems. That kinds of laws were known as controversial and unpopular laws. Example: no one will dispute the necessity for some rules to keep the public space open so that people can walk on the pavement. Pavement means footpath easily. Okay, people can park. So some hawkers and street vendings, they are using these footpaths for sales, and they were very poor. They are collecting the different goods on the different cheap rate, and they are selling inside this footpath. Okay, so sometimes who are walking through this footpath, it is very difficulty, and the municipal laws also saying this is illegal. But if you take that groups, they are living with that works. Okay, because they are very poor, they are collecting in a cheap rate the different goods, and they are selling in a cheap rate in the footpath. Okay, the municipal law saying this is a law, it is illegal. But however, one also cannot deny that the hawkers and vendors provide essential service cheaply and differently to the millions living in large city. This is their means of livelihood. Okay, hence if the law forwards one's group and disregarded the other, it will be controversial and lead to conflict. Okay, so these laws lead to conflict because the municipal law saying that you have to pay taxes and you have to take the rent, so rooms and like that only the people can sell the things. But these poor people, they are do like this for their livelihood, and the poor people depending for these cheap rates getting the things. Also the about the municipal laws, they are against them, and it is supporting others, so it is making always problems. So these kinds of laws were known as controversial laws, unpopular laws. Many examples we can see. New citizenship laws in 2019. Narendra Modi, in the parliament was passed in 2019. New citizenship laws. Okay, so these laws also saying who are migrants from the earliest period, from the Nepal and other sides of the neighboring countries, they are not getting the citizenship. Okay, so maybe they are living 50 years or 40 years or 20 years, they are continuously living in India, but this government passed a laws that is these people, especially it is against Muslims, who are the Muslims, they are not getting citizenship who are migrants in earlier period. So these laws passed by Narendra Modi is also make controversy because it is supporting some groups and it is not supporting other groups. So it is making lot of problems in the society. Then many other laws are there like this. Many examples you can see. So these kinds of laws were known as controversial or unpopular laws. I think you understood very much. Thank you for hearing this class, and you have to read the textbook many times. If you have any doubt, next class we can take a Google Meet and we can clarify the doubts. You have to point out the doubts and all the things, and you have to read the textbook clearly. Many times you have to read and understand it, and do the works and send to me through assignment. Okay, thank you.